Hello. That was good. That was on
Q
together.
Okay.
Well,
hello everyone.
Hi,
Welcome
friends.
to Needles at the Ready. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Ray.
We are coming to you from Stratford, Connecticut. This is our little YouTube channel where we talk about knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing, and other stuff.
Yeah, really, whatever we're
Today
doing.
is Saturday, April 16th.
Yes.
This is episode 59.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, it's wonderful to have you. Pull up a seat, grab your favorite beverage. We're going to dive right in and have a little chit-chat. I'm having some coffee. This is number 4. You all know how I get with coffee.
Wow.
I'm going to try to be good.
I've had 2 coffees and 1 tea. Well, this is my first tea, so 2 coffees.
I got up at 5 this morning.
I remember you got up and the dog stayed in bed, so that's odd because he typically.
Well, we went to bed super early last night.
9 o'clock.
Still.
Yeah.
Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living.
Okay, Dolly.
It's such a great movie, though, too.
I know. I was going to watch it recently.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
So I've already spilled my coffee. I've hit this table about 30 times.
I have not spilled anything.
No. I actually spilled because of you. So you technically did.
No.
Yeah. You forced me to scooch my chair in pretty aggressively.
Oh, well. So let's see. I always forget. Do we always do...
You know, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
What do you want to do first?
Well, how are you?
How am I?
Sure.
I didn't know if you were speaking to me or speaking to them.
How are you all? Send us a little message.
No,
Comment
hope everybody's
below.
doing well.
Yeah, me too.
So it's been 2 weeks. Over the last 2 weeks, we'll start with a Tarquin update. So Tarquin's doing well.
Tarquin talk.
Tarquin talk. Tarquin's doing well.
He is.
He's, he's definitely progressing. His leg is getting stronger, or his knee. We've been able to increase the amount of time he goes for walks.
Yeah, he went twice the other day.
It's actually been very nice because the weather's been warming up here, so that helps tire him out a bit.
Yes.
He stopped his pain meds, so he's been off those for a week now, I think.
Has it really? Wow. Yeah, you're right. We stopped last weekend.
Yeah, and the only thing we're still not allowing is him to do the stairs. So he doesn't go up or down stairs. We've been picking him up and carrying him up and down the stairs. We've still been trying to catch him prior to jumping on the couch if we can. But he does pretty well with that. Same thing with jumping off. We've just been, still trying to limit some of his movements. But he is much better. He
is. And when he gets his bully sticks, we still block off the couch because he gets very excited when you give him the bully sticks. He runs around, wants to jump up and down on the couch, try to dig into the couch to bury it.
Yeah. So
we still use the gates for that. But little things, we're making lots and lots of progress.
Yeah,
which is great.
And thank you everybody who's reached out.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah. It's always great to read those comments.
So that's Tarquin talk.
That's Tarquin talk.
He's sleeping currently in the bedroom. He's getting his hairs cut today.
Yeah.
So are we.
Yeah, we're all going to the groomers today.
We are going to the groomers.
Tarquin is going at 12:30. We are going at 1 o'clock.
Yes, and I did not put product in my hair, so that's why it looks a little bit like
I have product in my hair.
Poof.
And then we have to go grocery shopping because I need to make lasagna for Easter.
Yeah, I told Kevin that he's going to make lasagna for Easter.
So
we're going to go to my mom's. Yeah,
so we have to do that tonight. And let's see. So over the last 2 weeks, I went 2 weeks ago. I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. So I did some dyeing, which we'll show later.
You dyed a lot.
I did. It was nice to have the time to dye yarn and not have stuff that was coming up.
Right.
So typically, when I do dye yarn, it's typically on the weekends. So every other weekend's a podcast weekend, or I have to cook on Sundays, whatever the case is. So there's always something kind of going on that limits the amount of time that I can. So it was nice to have the time, no time constraint.
Right. And I haven't made a single comment about the state of our dining room.
No. That's where
I'm really trying to encourage Kevin to quit his job.
He really is.
I really am. I think that you're happy doing this. I want you to be happy.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed doing it. But our dining room is where the photo box lives, where I scan everything up, take pictures. The computer is for shipping and all that stuff. So our dining room does get taken over quite a bit when this happens. But I actually feel like I've been way more organized this time.
You have been way more organized. I think what the difference is too is so you did a shop update a couple weeks ago, right? And what Kevin's been doing is just listing skeins when they're ready. and named and tagged and stuff. Just kind of been constantly like throwing some things in there. So if you haven't already, follow, like the Etsy page, and so you can get updates when Kevin posts some things. Like you just put a couple of skeins of yarn in there yesterday. And it's been really, really cool. You guys have been so amazing.
It has been. The one thing I do have to think about, and I know that this has been around the interwebs quite a bit, is like Etsy fees. Yeah. A lot of makers put their shops on holiday, and I have to look into maybe moving away from Etsy and doing like a Shopify. So I just need to spend some time to look at that and see if that's an option for us. Yeah,
you would have a lot more free time if you quit your job. Not really, because it's a full-time.
Yeah, it really is. But that's kind of been my 2 weeks, and then I went back to work last week, so I was in the office 3 days, home 2 days. So things are just kind of back to almost normal.
Yeah, for sure. I had a very stressful week this past week. I've been. It takes a lot, I think, to push me, and I got pushed a couple of times this week. It was very emotional. School is wrapping up, which means that like everything is kind of like due. I've got finals coming up next week for one of my class. Taking 2 classes at once is ridiculous, and working full time. Yeah, that's too much. But I'm almost done. I'll be done. Next week is my last week.
Remember when we did 4? I did 4.
Me too.
When I was first started.
Yeah, me too. And we went to school.
Yes, and I went to school.
Yeah. On like Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and then Mondays and Wednesdays.
I did Saturday. I did Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did 4 classes at a time.
We also didn't have a dog.
We did.
Oh, we did. Yes, yeah, we just got him.
Yeah,
we would come home. Oh, I wish I had that picture. In our apartment, we used to keep him locked in the kitchen. It was a small kitchen, like a kitchenette almost. And the bathroom. So we had the gate blocked off towards like the main living space, and then the bathroom. For some reason, I think we kept the bathroom door open.
No, I think we closed it when we went to work.
Yeah. Well, anyway, like we would come home and he would tear up his pee-pee pads. They'd be all over the place. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, I guess that's kind of been our 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
No.
Just to mention is that in 2 weeks, we will not be recording on Saturday because we will be at Connecticut Sheep and Wool Festival in North Haven.
Exciting. Is anybody going?
I think it's from 9 to 4.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get there between like 9 and 10.
I think so too.
And spend a couple, an hour, 2 to 3 hours.
It's super close to us. It's like 25 minutes away from us. So
yeah, it's not far. So that will be fun. It's been 5 years since we've been to that event.
It has. I was not a knitter then.
Yeah, 5 years. You were not a knitter.
Nope.
I barely was a knitter. That was I think we started talking about that. I didn't knit anywhere near the amount that I knit now. So
this will be fun. We've already kind of looked at the vendor list.
Yeah, we have a really local dyer from Connecticut who's going to be literally the next town over. Who's going to be there.
Yeah, so that should be good.
Cool.
And we don't. Scary though. I don't have a plan. Like it's not like I need to go get a sweater's quantity of yarn, or I really want to get this. I have no plan, which is dangerous. It's dangerous though to not have a plan.
No, it is, but
so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so our podcast will be on Sunday next week.
Yeah, or the next time will be Sunday. So that would be, I think, April. No, we're in April, May 1st.
It'll be May 1st.
Instead of April 30th.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be May.
I actually saw a really funny TikTok with a lady who recorded herself dressed up as all 5 of them and did was doing the dance.
Oh, that's
People are really creative. They put a lot of time into TikTok.
They really do.
I don't have that much time.
No, I just sit and watch.
I think that's everything, right?
I think so.
All right, add mini stuff.
Dun, 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 dun.
So add mini stuff. We have 2 knit-alongs going, or make-alongs.
Yes.
We have the Spring Mal, which ends May 31st. That is just... Oh, Spring Cleaning Mal.
Spring Cleaning.
My apologies. Ends May 31st. And that's just the idea is to finish up your whips.
Yes.
So we have a
ton of entries, which is fantastic.
And then do you want to show that? That's going to be one of the prizes?
What? Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, I didn't even think of that.
So this will be one of the prizes. We showed it a couple weeks ago. This is the Delaque Maker's Portfolio from Jimmy Bean's Wool.
Yeah.
We've showed these before. This is a fantastic needle case that we have. So we have those, and we have, I think you may be showing it a little bit later, is a
we have some bags too.
Maker's bag, which is
There's so much room in here.
Canvas.
Yeah. Lisa, I'm sorry that we enabled you.
I know, Lisa. But I know you love it.
She loves it. I know she does.
Who else? I feel like somebody else. Well, we were enabled, and then we've enabled.
We were totally enabled.
And we have a affiliate link for Jimmy Bean's Wool down below.
Thank you. Good job.
So feel free to use that. If you do, we get a little bit of a kickback. And
yeah, it's enough to keep us in coffee.
Yes. What else? And then we have our Shawl It Off.
Shawl It Off. And thank you for one of you sleuths out there noticed that we did not put, a couple of you actually, that I forgot. I will take ownership of it. Forgot to put the end dates on the Ravelry group. Although we did have it in our show notes. So it does end on April 30th.
April 30th?
Yep. So, you know, quite frankly, we'll probably draw prizes on or end it on May 1st.
Yeah, whenever.
Whatever. But get that done because we'll also be shipping out some of the Delicue as well. We have got some minis that we're going to include. So we'll have really good prizes for those. And then, yeah, so the hashtags for those are also linked down below. I can't quite remember what they are. Give me a moment.
Such a mess.
Whatever. It's our poop show.
So
y'all know.
While he's getting that, we had mentioned, or Ray had mentioned last time, you're probably show notes?
I am. Thank you.
Mentioned what were those thingamajiggers called? That you were, that he was making hats for work.
Thank you so much.
And some people have reached out to us to see how they can donate. So what we did, we weren't sure the best address to use. So we decided to get a P.O. box, which we've listed the P.O. box address in the show notes. So if you did want to donate any hats to that, feel free to use the P.O. box. Also, if you want to ever send any prizes for knit-alongs or giveaways or any owl post, we'll continue to just keep the P.O. box in the show notes below.
Yes.
Okay,
so here's what I was looking for. Sorry, It just took me forever. I couldn't find pages on my thing. So the spring cleaning mal, March 1st through May 31st on Ravelry and Instagram. We'll draw winners from both. I think Kevin mentioned that.
Oh, okay. Go, Kevin.
Yeah, I think you did. If not,
sure.
I just did. And our hashtag is #NATR Spring MAL 2022. So hashtag NATR Spring Mal 2022. And then the Shawl It Off Mal went from March 20th because we just on a whim decided to do that. Goes to April 30th on Ravelry and Instagram as well. We'll draw prizes for both if Ravelry is not accessible to you. And that is hashtag Shawl It Off.
Okay. And then, so we talked about the P.O. box. We talked about the Cal's Mals. We talked about the hats for your job.
Yes. I didn't get a chance to knit on anything at work.
I think that's all the admin stuff. We do have coupon codes, which we'll talk about when we get to...
Yeah, because you're going to show some of the yarn that you have skeined up, so we can kind of lump it all together.
Yeah.
And we got a really cool donation. Well, gift.
Yeah, we got a really... Owl post, and we have no purchases.
No. We'll make up for it next week, or the week after.
No purchases. Okay. Yeah. So let's get into it.
I did make a purchase online, but it just has not come yet.
I've made 2 purchases, yes.
Do I know about these?
So I made, and this is another, I know that we've talked about them. I don't know. I'm sure we have. We have. So one of the newer to us over the past several months podcasts that I've enjoyed watching is We Share Needles.
Oh, that is with... Oh, I forgot you bought those.
Crap. I always forget one of their names. It's Maddie and...
Don't speak about things you do not know.
Crap. All right, let me go to their... Okay, so anyways.
Oh my God, that's mean, Kev.
I always forget it. That's what... People always think I'm Ray.
They think you're me?
Yeah, all the time.
What do you mean?
Wait. We Share... All right, so We Share Needles. So I was watching their most recent episode, and it was really cool because... Wait, let's go to their link tree. Kristen. Yeah. Okay. Maddie and Kristen. So they have worked with a dyer who came up with a sock set kind of for them. So it's Kimber's Cozy Creations. And the sock set was, so it's a We Share Needle sock set, or
I
it's
need
each
to
of
add
their
this to
own
our show notes.
individual colorways. So for Kristen, it's Whip It Out, and for
I love that.
Maddie, it is Movie Knitting. So these are the colors. So what I did is I got the sock set, and then I got a skein of each of those.
Yes.
So that we could do. And looking at it, I feel like Ray would like the Whip It Out one. So then he will knit socks with Whip It Out, and then he will have.
Don't tell me what I will knit.
The movie knitting mini for heels and toes or whatever, and then I'll knit movie knitting. Excuse me, and then I'll have Whip It Out for my contrast.
You know what would be fun? We should have them choose a pattern for us.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yep, Maddie and Kristen choose a pattern for us to knit.
Okay.
It could be separate patterns, one for Ray and one for me.
I've never done lace. Don't make
yeah,
me do,
please don't choose lace.
Okay.
So that was really fun. So I purchased that, and then in my time off, I was watching Taylor from Fiber for the People. I love going to watch her old videos on her process of coming up with colorways. Too. It's really thoughtful, and it's multiple parts. So I was watching that, and then I saw that. Oh yeah. And she had an update with some of her Lucky Strikes, so I bought 2 skeins.
And the Lucky Strikes are one of a kinds for her.
Correct.
Yeah.
I would like to come up with a name for one of a kinds for the shop. I'll have to think of something.
Okay. Or you guys can give us some suggestions down below.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. Let's talk about.
I bought one thing as well.
Oh yeah. What did you buy?
Yeah. So so today is April 16th. Tomorrow is the last day that you can get on board if you have not done it already. So if you're watching this past today or tomorrow, if it's past April 17th, I apologize. I am saying this, so don't send me messages on April 19th that you can't get it. So Lolo did it. I am a sucker for clubs. And we swore that we wouldn't do clubs anymore.
I know.
So we take a little bit of a break.
I did not, though.
But she's doing a Star Wars club, and it's 4 skeins of yarn. She says it's going to be like speckly and crazy, and I ended up getting it. So, Yep, I got fingering. You can get it in fingering or DK. She ships internationally. It's a good price. You get 4 skeins of yarn and 1 gift and a lot of Star Wars happiness, she says. So funny? I bought that, and the first skein will come by May the 4th. Do you all get it?
May the 4th be with you.
Good job.
Okay. So let's talk about some knitting now.
Let's talk about
20 minutes in. I have an FO and a whip.
I have... Oh, I don't mean to yell. Did that just get loud?
Yeah, you do like to raise your voice.
Really? It might be the coffee. I have one FO.
Yeah.
And I have 2 whips.
Okay. So who would like to go first?
What are you wearing?
All right. So I finished my batted. No. I just watched a YouTube video. Batod. The Batod by Stephen West. This actually,
Batod is in the Philippines.
It is in the Philippines. It's rice fields. So they're raised beds. So this is the almost like a wall, and then this is the field. Mm-hmm. So this is a.
Oh, I see it now.
Right?
Yes.
Now it makes so much sense
that
I saw the images. So this
is so cool.
Knit in the round. Mm-hmm. It is. Let me pull up the pattern. So it's like a poncho, but not. It's like a shawl, but not. It's like a cowl, but not. So it's like a little bit of all of it. This is a very fun knit. It uses 2 skeins of yarn. You knit welts. So for the welts, you knit a certain number of rows. You fold it down, and then you knit the rows together. Mm-hmm. Then you have a section of short rows with yarn overs. And you just repeat it. It's a 9 repeats, I think. Something like that.
And you said the welts were actually fun.
Well, I mean, kind of. The welts aren't bad once you get to the end. It's a lot of stitches. It was... And it's also sometimes hard, and it could be just based on the colors that I was using, to figure out what stitches to knit together or where to pick up a stitch when you're knitting it together. Once I figured that out, and I did that probably somewhere around here, it made it go a lot quicker.
Okay.
Do I have this under shawls? Or did I put it? No, I must have put it under miscellaneous. Yeah.
Oh, you have a miscellaneous? Great idea.
I do.
I will do that.
So here's the pattern by Stephen West. So
it's so cool.
What I will say is the pattern calls for 420 yards of each color. This main color here, I did run out of yarn, and it's probably because I leave really long yarn tails when I snip it, because you do snip between each section. You knit this...
Yeah, because the welts, you have to knit like 10 rows or something, right?
Right. So you do break your yarn every single time. So there are a lot of ends. This knit is knit on a US 5, a 3.75 millimeter, which I use that. This first color, this like brownish, orangey, mapley color is Glazed Pecans. It's Madeline Tosh single ply tweed. I don't have the band for it. I have no idea where it was. I caked this up a long time ago. I may have caked it up for my first Vertices Unite, so almost 2 years ago. This second color is, and this has been living in my Fancy Boy Designs Yoga sloth bag.
That's so good. We'll have his shop link down below.
Yeah. This second color is from Leading Men Fiber Arts. It is on their 80-10-10, so 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. It's 435 yards, and the colorway is Owl, Always Love You, which
is so cute.
I love the colorway. I love the bass. Yeah. Another Dolly song? Are you going with the Dolly version or the Whitney Houston version?
I'm going with the Ray version.
Or are you going to go with the Kelly Clarkson version?
But it's not Kelly Clarkson anymore, you said, right? She changed her name?
Well, her name will still be Kelly Clarkson, but she goes by Kelly Brienne.
Okay.
I believe. So yeah, I really love the bass from Leading Men.
Yeah, me too.
It was very, very nice to work with.
Yeah.
What I do like about it too is that because it's only 10% cashmere and it has some nylon in it, it's not going to be as pilly as cashmere can tend to be. So it is very soft. The single ply was really nice. There also is an I-cord. Let me take this off. So you do a I-cord bind off all the way around, which I love.
Yeah.
And I did make some mistakes with this. I forgot to do some of my yarn overs. You can't even tell. But,
no, you certainly
so you
can't.
can wear it this way too,
I was
guys.
proud of you.
So it's a big step for me to not go and take this out. But because the welts are a lot of knitting to just make such a small section,
right?
I thought that it would be best if I didn't. So you can wear it like this as well, which I might tend to wear it more like this than
over the shoulder.
Yeah, than over the shoulder, holder. But yeah, I loved knitting.
I love it. It looks so good.
I would knit this again, and I think it would be really fun to do a scrappy one and do each of these sections in a different color.
Yes. How many sections are there?
9. And you could go from light to dark.
Yeah, like a fade?
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
I think it would be really
fun.
Or
not a fade. What are those called?
Gradient?
Gradient.
Yeah. I also think it would be fun. You can even alternate colors, do 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way down. Well, no, that would make sense. 1, 2, 3, because you have 9 sections, so it would be easier. But yeah, I thought it was a fun knit. I would totally knit it again. I knit it up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so, you got that done pretty quick.
Yeah. So you could see I forgot my yarn over somewhere over here. They're supposed to be pretty close, so it was on the first couple of rounds. But yeah, it's a lovely knit. And it's not super heavy. And unlike, a shawl, you don't have to worry about it falling off.
Like the ends kind of popping up or something.
Or falling off. So you just throw it on and you're good to go.
Lovely.
I will probably wear this.
Maybe I'll do one.
I will probably wear this to Connecticut Sheep and Wool.
Oh,
this will be my Connecticut Sheep and Wool knit.
Nice. I don't really have anything to wear there. Good.
And that's my only FO.
Excellent. I have one FO.
Oh.
And it is finished. My sweater, I am so pleased with it. This is Radari by Lopi Design. I used the recommended needles. I think this is pretty much the same sweater, right?
Yeah.
I did it in, like, I'm pretty much that guy right there. Okay, ready? Steady, go. So, this is it. This is Radari. It's gorgeous.
It fits
really,
so well.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. I had it kind of bunched up a little bit, but it's good, right?
Yeah.
So this is my very first colorwork sweater ever.
Well, that's what first, right, would indicate.
Okay.
Could you do first?
This is my first colorwork
Multiple
sweater.
times?
Multiple times. No. Maybe if you like cast it on and then like
Took it out.
So I used the same colors with the exception of this black because they were sold out. I got all of the yarn from the Iceland store, which that's linked down below. So I have a decent amount left over. So I did the largest size, which I'm happy that I did because it fits me perfectly. So
yeah, it fits very well.
I measured my my chest is 42 inches across, a little bit less, but close to 42. I just have to, if I lose weight, I don't know, because I'm gonna cut out the cake.
No, if you lose weight,
Yeah.
you'll be fine because it'll be more sweatshirty.
Oh,
like,
maybe.
You know?
Yeah. So if you're interested, the pattern, even if you don't buy the pattern, it tells you what the colors are there as well. But I have that linked on my project page on Ravelry. I've been still doing well with Ravelry. This is the only color that's different, and this is Black Sheep. Oh, crap. It's on my Ravelry page. Black Sheep.
Is it in your notebook?
Yep.
So this is Black Sheep something.
Black Sheep Heather.
Okay, there you go.
Thanks. So this is Black Sheep Heather. This one here is Straw. So this is Straw. This one is Barley. So this is the Barley. Wait. Here.
The darker of the two?
This is Straw inside here. Black Sheep Heather is the black. And the main color is Murky. Number 1420. So I knit the extra large size, which was 107 centimeters or about 42 inches. My chest was 106 centimeters when I measured. This pattern is in like metric for the measurements. I got 18 stitches per 4 inches or 10 centimeters. I used the recommended needles, which is a US 7 for the body and for the color work, and it's a US 4 or 3.5 millimeter needle for the ribbing here. There's also some ribbing here as well. I love the detail of the roll. So
I love a roll.
Yeah. So you just knit a few rows, and it rolls it up, but the ribbing here prevents it from rolling up
all the way.
I used 12-inch circular needles to do the sleeves, and if you guys remember, I ended up doing both sleeves first before I did anything else because I didn't do a swatch. So that was technically my swatch. I did both sleeves, and then I knit the body. It's a bottom-up construction. The last podcast, I had knit the body, and I think I was ready to join the sleeves.
Yes.
I hadn't done that yet. So I joined the sleeves. I was a little apprehensive about it, but it made such perfect sense. It's such a simply written pattern, but if you follow it, it makes a ton of sense, and it just works. It's like magic. So joined the sleeves and then started the color work, which the color work was fun. It was a little complicated at times, but it repeats quite a bit. So you get into that flow and you know what you're gonna be doing. I didn't catch my floats as often as I wish I did, but you really can't see. I don't think there's any puckering.
No.
It looks pretty even to me.
What was your longest
7
count? Okay. So
I usually don't do that, and I can show you. I don't want to take the sweater off, but there's
No, you're fine.
You can really see it.
'Cause
There's 3 spots where I went 7 stitches, and I was like, oh crap. I was just trying to be like really, really gentle, so I wasn't pulling on it. And I got about halfway done with the round, and I was like, I can't do this. It's giving me too much anxiety. So then I started catching it every like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And a couple of spots, there's 5. I let the 5 go.
That's pretty common, I think.
Yeah.
I think anything over 5 is when people tend to start catching floats.
But I didn't change my needle size for the color work portion. It was really great. And the yarn, I have to say, is very fantastic to work with. It's so easy, especially in a project like this. Because with the color work, you got to keep breaking the yarn. And so there were a ton of ends to weave in. But because the yarn is so grippy, it, like, you only have to weave it in a few stitches, and it like catches it and secures it right in place. And as I wear this more, it's probably gonna felt inside, which will be great. But I went through, so 9. It's a pattern calls for 9 skeins of this. So this is the 9th skein. So I went through 8.5 50-gram skeins of the main color, and then it was 1 skein of each of these 2.
Okay.
Which this is what I have left. I didn't measure them, but it's a little bit. I mean,
and are they? I'm sorry, 50 gram.
They're all 50-gram balls. Yep. So the information for this is it's 100% wool, milled in Iceland. It's 50 grams, about 100 meters, or about 109 yards. It's a worsted weight. It's technically considered Aran weight.
That's because they don't
have worsted weight over
it's
there.
Double knit and then Aran.
Yep. And then the black, if you were to do something similar, you need 3 skeins of this. I really did 2 and just a little bit more of the 3rd. You definitely do need the 3rd skein for it. So I have, that's what I have left over. You see all my ball bands
you should make a hat.
I was thinking about doing something like that. Maybe I can
do the color
work
in a hat.
Yeah. That would be really neat, actually.
Yeah.
I have to say, feeling the yarn in the skein is very, very different than when you're knitting it. And then again, very, very different after it's been soaked. So I was talking to some of our friends on our knit group. They had asked about the sweater. Does it feel soft? Or is it really, really scratchy? This is next to my skin here. I am wearing a t-shirt underneath it, but it's next to my skin on my arms. And it doesn't bother me at all. I can definitely feel the guard hairs still a little bit. So if you can see like some of the guard hairs popping out.
Yeah.
Like, so it's those that you can kind of feel. When I only soaked it for about 15-20 minutes, and I used 1 individual packet of the eucalyptus. So I said to them, I'm going to wear this to Rhinebeck. It's getting too warm, I think, to wear this anymore this season. So this will be my Rhinebeck sweater. I have to say, it's not as warm as I thought it would be. Not in a bad way. Like, I don't feel like I'm sweating and wearing this gigantic, heavy-duty sweater.
Yeah.
It's for sure going to be a nice, warm sweater, but I don't feel like it's giant and bulky. It's pretty light, to be honest, and airy, except when you get to the colorwork portion, because there's some density in there. So I will soak this again, and I'll probably use a lot more of the wool wash.
Conditioner.
I might try to put some conditioner in there as well. But honestly, it's really, I mean, it's not bad.
No, it's not bad
at all.
It feels like a wool sweater.
It feels like a wool sweater.
But I think if you're sensitive to things that are scratchy,
for sure,
it may bother you.
Yes.
So I'm going to be very interested because I remember I don't wear a lot of wool sweaters. Like if I do now, when I'm looking at that, I'm looking for a merino wool if I'm purchasing one. So I do remember as a kid that wool sweaters bothered me. I didn't like the itchiness of it. So I'll be interested to see when I knit my sweater if I am bothered by the itchiness of it.
Well, we're pretty much we're close to the same size.
Correct.
So you can definitely put this on and see what you think too.
And I'm gonna have to swatch because I always have to go down a needle size when I knit a sweater.
I think I've just gotten very lucky. My gauge is pretty similar to a lot of the patterns that we've knit. I mean, everybody's so different. That's why you do a swatch.
Speaking of measurements, when you measured your chest, did you measure your chest bare-chested or with a t-shirt?
With a t-shirt, because I knew I was going to wear a t-shirt underneath it. And I actually, matter of fact, I think I did it with a similar t-shirt than this. Which it's a pretty thin t-shirt, but just to make sure that I had the measurements. And then with the pattern, there is no schematic, though, which I learned in my last sweater when I did the Ranger by Jared Flood. There was a nice schematic in there, and when I blocked it or laid it out flat, I made sure that I blocked it to the measurements. Like I laid it all out and I measured everything so that it would be good. With this one, there wasn't that, so I had to kind of get a little bit creative, and so I didn't try this on until I was done.
Well, yeah, you can.
Scared the crap out of me. I probably could have, just to see if the length was okay, but I didn't. I didn't try it on until I literally bound the sweater off. And when I put it on, Angel sang, because it was a perfect fit. Like the sleeves were a good length. Like I love the sleeve length of this. And thank God it fit. So what I did was I measured it at that point before I blocked it, because that's what I used. I thought that was a good fit, so I wanted it to fit just like that. So I kind of made my own. This is going to be embarrassing, but I kind of made my own schematic. So this is the chest, was 21 inches, when it was flat. And then I did from the shoulder to the tip of my arm there, I did one measurement, which was 30 inches. And then I did on the inseam of my is that what's called the inseam?
I don't know,
from
actually.
The underarm here was 20 inches. And so I attached it in here, because I have all of my information in here.
Did you measure length, like the body, or no?
Oh, I did. Yes, sorry, 17 inches from underarm to where it stops. I could have probably gone a little bit shorter,
maybe,
but
no, I think it's a good fit.
But yeah, no, I think I'm very, very happy with it. I will definitely do another sweater like this. I think it's great. I was it worked up so fast. I got done in a month. Granted, it was really one of the only things that I was working on, though. So it did take up the majority of my knitting time. But I think with school and all of that stuff, I think I did a pretty good job knitting this in a month. I'll stand up one more time, because I'm,
Please show it off. Twirl.
Whee! The back is the same. I have one. I closed up the underarm. I have one teeny hole. Yeah, I'm gonna go back through. I just missed it because I was doing it late at night. But the sleeves are joined. The armpits are joined. You graft them together, which was so easy to do. Like, you didn't have to worry about anything else, and all it did, it left two small little gaps on each end, but I cinched those closed. Yeah, that's it. I'm very, very happy. I'm actually surprised that I'm not sweating right now.
Yeah.
It feels very comfortable.
What I wanted to mention about this yarn too, this was mentioned before. What I liked about getting this directly from the store in Iceland is that you could buy a kit. Yeah. This yarn is offered, I know, at Woolly Thistle, which is an online yarn store in the U.S. They didn't have any kits for any of the men's sweaters. All of the kits that they had from Lopi were all sweaters for women. But they still do sell the yarn individually. So if you wanted to buy it from the U.S., you could go to their store. You could look at the pattern, find out how many skeins you needed, and order those skeins directly from Woolly Thistle. Right. If you wanted to. I just like doing it from the Iceland store because it came in a kit. So if they didn't have the colors available for the kit, then you weren't able to get it.
Yeah. At the time when I bought this, I didn't realize that they had kits. So I went right from that pattern, and it tells you.
Yeah, it tells you how many skeins you need.
Yeah, you don't even have to buy the pattern right away. It has a materials list. So if you wanted to, like if I wanted to do it in the green color, which was that first guy, or the brown color, which I chose the brown, it tells you the colors right there and how many skeins you would need for each size. So it just made, when I bought the yarn, it made it that much easier. And then Kevin said he bought a kit and I had FOMO. So I did look up, there are a couple of kits of different things available. Radari, I think, is pretty sold out. It's a very, very popular pattern.
Yeah, it is.
I know Dan from Bakery Bears was wearing his, and I'm pretty sure it's the same colors as
it is. He bought the same. He did the same thing.
Yeah,
he bought kind of like a kit.
Yeah, and it looks really good on him. And yeah, I'm so happy.
You guys will be twinning.
We'll be twins.
All right, so now
maybe I'll go walk the Dales with him one day.
That is all of our FOs.
That is the F. That's
not bad, considering that we both really focused each on one item.
Yes.
Over the last 2 weeks, which goes to show that if you focus on one item, you finish it.
I just don't like to.
I know. I feel you. Sometimes.
I like options. Like I have such anxiety that there is a project actually. Well, maybe I will focus because I have anxiety that my adventure wrap or brioche adventure is still sitting downstairs and I haven't given it any love.
You did briefly, didn't you?
Not this time. I don't think so. If I did, it's not enough that I'm going to show it.
Excuse me.
That is all I have. Like you said.
Yeah. So let's move on to some whips.
Okay.
You might as well. You have two. I only have one.
Okay.
You could go again.
So this one I already showed, and I did not make much progress on this at all, but I did give it some love, and I am going to focus on this a little bit more. So I wanted to show it again. This is the So Basic Sweater by Maxim Cyr. It is a fingering weight sweater, raglan sweater with some cool details on the sleeve and a fun pocket, which I'm not yet. I don't know if I'm going to do the pocket yet. I kind of want to.
Yeah.
So I may. I think you can buy those.
You could buy,
like
you
already
could buy
cut
a leather.
out. Yeah, because I don't know how to do that. So this is living, and I started this in like the middle of winter. I feel like I started this March 1st because this was my cast on for Michael's birthday sweater thing. Oh, I think this qualifies. Maybe I'll enter. I don't want a prize, but maybe I'll enter it, and I'll use this hashtag. So this is the yarn that I used, or that we got at Rhinebeck. My intention was to use this yarn for the So Basic, and got this at Rhinebeck. So I thought it would be cool to. This was my only sweaters quantity purchase at Rhinebeck. I thought it would be cool to do a sweater for Rhinebeck this year. So that's what I'm going to do. This is Primrose in Comet. It's 2-ply fingering weight. It's 50% merino and 50% Shetland, non-superwash. It's approximately 400 yards. Comet. I love the color.
Yeah, it's like
a burnt
coffee-ish.
I would say like a burnt.
It's definitely brown. It's in the brown family.
It's like brownish orange.
It's a much darker. I would almost go like coffee
or
brown.
Brownish
actually,
red.
Coffee grounds. Reddish. It's very coffee ground like.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's got this brown and some gold undertones to it.
Yeah. So
it's very soft.
This is what put me off, if you guys remember, for you OGs, or those of you who were here in March. This was the swatch that I hated the most, because I tried to do it in the round. All of these things gave me such anxiety. So I will not be swatching anymore for sweaters.
May I see the swatch?
You may. I didn't block it. Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's very soft.
It's nice, right?
Yeah. It's a very nice fabric.
Yeah. So last we spoke, I had done the collar, and all I've done, like I said, it's not much, but I started. There's some short row shaping that happens in the back, so I started that. I separated all the sections for the sleeves. I started the sleeve pattern, which you can't really. It's just starting, but there's some interesting purling that happens in there. You can't really see it. You'll be able to see it a little bit more when I get more done. But yeah, I just started some short row shaping in the back here, which I think will be great. It's really second time doing short row shaping, knowing what I'm doing, following a pattern and understanding like what's asking me.
Yeah.
Because I did some weird short row shaping on my first sweater.
What was your first sweater?
The Flax
by
Tin Can Knits.
Oh, you added that on your own.
I added that on my
and you.
So I just kind of knit back and forth, and I didn't know how to pick up stitches. So this is using the short rows here are you're picking up your wraps. There are definitely short rows that I probably could have substituted if I didn't want to pick up the wraps, but I like the look. I like the look of it, and I think it goes really well with the sleeve pattern. So I have 3 more rounds to do, I think, before my the short rows are done, and then I'll start working on the raglan increases and some shaping up top, and then I'll separate for sleeves after that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I say this is actually very nice and warm? Like my shoulders are cold.
Yeah.
But my front is warm.
Well, that's wonderful. I am using, if you'd like to know, the recommended needle size. I don't know why why is this in here? Oh, that's for my other project. I'm using
Sorry, could you say that again?
No, thank you. No, don't talk to me. Oh, and I'm knitting. You know what? Here. Let me consult my book. Book. Where's that from? Book.
I know where that's from.
Where?
I was going to say Practical Magic, but it's definitely not. It's Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, yes. Boy, I've done a few projects this year. So basic. I'm doing the medium 41.5-inch chest. Like I said, I measured my chest is 42 inches. The pattern calls for 3 to 5 inches of positive ease, I believe. And my swatch, I didn't quite get gauge.
You were a little smaller, right?
I was a little larger.
Oh.
I had less stitches per inch, which means I knit a little bit looser than max. So I'm gambling a little bit because I like the fabric that I was getting, that I got with the swatch. So I'm going to keep those needles, and I'm just going to knit a slightly smaller size, the medium, because if I had gone up, it would have been way too much positive ease. And in the hopes that my the sweater will, because my gauge is a little looser, the sweater will be a little bit bigger, and I'll have the positive ease. I did all of the math for it, and I even wrote it down. So even though my chest is 42 inches, my gauge was 24 stitches per 30 rounds, which is about 4 inches. So my finished measurements, when everything is all said and done, using my gauge at the largest part of the sweater around the chest, will be 45 inches. And so that'll have given me my 3 inches of positive ease. Right? So I'm using a US 4 for the body, which is a 3.5 millimeter, and a US 3, 3.25 millimeter for the ribbing and all of those things. I think that's all I have to say about that. I cast this bad boy on March 1st,
Okay.
2022, and I will probably finish
in 2028.
But no, I like it. I think once the yarn is great. It's not
Yeah,
splitting
it's
at
very
all.
nice.
I'm very, very impressed with it. So I do have to switch.
Bags.
I wanna, yeah. But I love this bag.
I know, it's such a cute bag.
It's such a cute bag.
Oh, you know what?
Did I say what this is? Knit for Brains Designs.
You didn't, but it
Knit
is.
for Brains. So Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. She's got some great bags. And now that she's making them, now she's like full time. She's pumping out these bags like crazy. On top of all the knitting that she's pumping out.
I know. And this just reminded me, because the gnomes, I remember we got a comment asking how our gnomes were. Our gnomes are up, so you can't see them, but the gnomes are on the top of our...
Yeah, so our gnomes are guarding...
Our Gringotts bake.
Gringotts. Maybe I'll take a picture so that you guys can all see. But yeah, they're guarding... They're guarding Gringotts. You guys... Oh, you couldn't see.
They can't see your picture.
Sorry. So see?
There's our gnomes.
Yeah. All right. So that is that. I'm gonna I have another sweater size bag, I believe, from from Laura.
Oh,
I wanna, because I had the intention of giving some Knit for Rain some loving. I love her bags, and I think there was a second one. If not, we'll buy another sweaters bag.
I know that's probably the size that we have the least amount of.
I know. Well, now that I'm a sweater knitter.
Oh, look at you!
Look at me.
All right. Is it time for me to talk about a whip? Mm-hmm. All right. So I have one whip. This I just cast on the other day after finishing this. Because I finished this on Tuesday.
Yes.
So this is living in my cute Whimsy Stitches bag with the foxes.
Cute. We have Rick's shop link down below as well.
Yeah. So this hat I've knit previously. I knit the larger of the size. So I'm knitting an Eno hat by Jared Flood. Mm-hmm. This is a cabled beanie. I'm actually knitting it in this color, which is called Hayloft.
Great.
So it is knit with, I think this is Loft, Brooklyn Tweed Loft. So this is their woolen spun yarn. It is a fingering weight, 275 yards. It's a 50-gram ball. Now, this comes with two sizes. And if I remember correctly, the smaller of the two sizes, you need one ball. Mm-hmm. The larger of the two, you need a second ball. So I made the... Oh, yeah, here we are. So it's supposed to fit in average adult head size, 20 to 24 inches. The short, medium version is 7 3/4 inches, and the short one is 7 3/4. The medium is 8 3/4, and that's what I did previously.
Yeah.
So I wanted one that was just a little bit tighter, more beanie style than slouchy. So I'm using the recommended needles. You cast on with a US 1, which is a 2.25 millimeter for a tubular cast on. Mm. So I did that.
I love the tubular cast
really
on.
Beautiful
it looks so
edge.
Cool.
I'm at the point now where I have to do some increases to get myself up to 180 stitches.
Yikes.
Which is a lot for a hat. And then I think I move on to a new needle size. I don't think the full... Yes. So the main fabric is knit on a US 5. So 3.75 millimeter.
Oh, because you're going to be cabling, so...
Yeah, I'll be cabling. Mm-hmm. It is I think it's a 24 stitch repeat. So I'll end up putting some stitch markers around here to mark the repeats. And last time I did it, I didn't need a cable needle because this is so grippy. And you hold the yarn in the front to do the cable. And it's only you hold 2 stitches in the front to do it.
So it's a 4.
Yeah, it's a 4 stitch repeat. So it's really basic. It went really fast the last time I did it.
Yeah.
So I cast this on Thursday morning or Thursday afternoon. So I've worked on it a little bit. And yeah, it was one of my favorite hats to knit.
Yes.
It's a ton of cabling, but I think it's so worth it.
It's gorgeous.
And in the pattern, it shows you like a bunch of colors here. And I think I've used one of them. I think I did the green previously. So I'm doing it in that like golden color.
Yeah.
And what's really nice about the Hayloft or Loft 2 is that it's super light. Mm-hmm. It blooms beautifully when you soak it. And if you do go for the second size and you need the second skein, spit felting is super easy with this. And what's really pretty is it has all these like tweedy bits in it. So there's like little bits of...
Oh, there's like yellow or something.
Little bits of like a bright yellow and a bright... I don't know if it's going to come across like some orange.
That's cool.
Where's the orange? There's some orange like somewhere over here. Let's move this. Somewhere down here there's some orange. So it's not... Yeah, right there. But yeah, it's a really, really beautiful yarn. This would be a fantastic sweater color.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I love Brooklyn Tweed. I know it's... I think it's like $14 a ball or skein for 50 grams. So it's not super affordable, but it's the same price kind of as getting a 100-gram skein from a indie dyer.
Yeah.
They have a new base out too. Jody lies. Tracy from the Grocery Girls just knit a sweater out of it. It'll be coming out next month.
Yeah.
It's another worsted weight imbued. Imbued, I think, is the... So they're more jewel tones, it looks like, the colors. It's another worsted weight woolen spun yarn. Oh. Really, really pretty.
Cool.
So that's all of my knitting.
I have one more.
Okay.
He is so cute.
He is so knocked out right now.
Yeah. Good thing he needs a haircut.
His
hair
does.
is all over the place. My last whip, I've been working on this forever and a day as well, but I don't care. It just gives this bag some more time to get patina. This is, the bag that this is living in is Delique. I don't know what it's called.
I think it's just called a maker's bag.
Maker's bag? I made a decision last night. This is just a vanilla sock. I've been working on this for a while. It's just nice to have a sock. I always like to have a sock. Just to kind of throw some things on. This is using Woolens and Nosh in her percolated colorway. It is 90% Targi and 10% nylon. It's a 3-ply, 411 yards. It's self-striping. And I've gotten one tube done already. That's where I'm going to put my heel. I'm going to do a cut-in heel. It is gorgeous. I love this. She is so good. I love that blue.
That color so much. That would be a beautiful sweater
color. That would be a really good sweater color. You're absolutely right. The stitch definition on this, if you've never used this base,
it's a beautiful base.
It's beautiful base.
It's one of my favorites. It's very dense.
I was just going to say that. It feels like, and I have...
It's solid.
It's solid. I have one other... I did my Sprout socks in the same base, and they are so sturdy. Like, they still look brand new, and I wear them all the time.
Yeah.
Now, so in the show notes down below, I have listed my sock recipe, so you can see what I did for this. I wear a size 12 US 12 men's, so measuring my foot is 11 inches long. Okay, just so because some people have asked like what I do, because they have like sons or husbands. I think somebody had asked. I did 72 stitches. I did a German twisted cast on there. I knit for 19 rows. Then I knit my leg 7. So from the cuff to where I'm going to cut in my heel, I'm going to cut in my heel between these two stripes, is 7 inches, and then my foot to the toe is 6.5 inches, because I like a 1/2 inch negative ease on my socks, if that makes sense. So usually, and then the toe usually adds about 2 inches, and the heel will also add about 2 inches, because I'm going to do 5 extra rounds when I do cut in the heel. So if you have 6.5 plus 2 is 8.5, plus 2 more is 10.5, which will give me my 1/2 inch of negative ease, if that makes sense. So that's all listed down below.
Question.
Okay, Chip, go.
What size needle do you knit it on?
Oh, sorry, a US 1 2.25 millimeter needle.
How many stitches?
I knit this 72. I knit this in the round on 9-inch circular needles.
You close your eyes.
I don't know.
You're weird.
Felt good. Felt real good. So, we missed it last time.
You did.
Now, so basically, like, I did 13.5 inches of tube, right? And that was, I only had 53 grams left over after I knit that. So I needed something to do for heels and toes, and I thought I was going to be able to squeak out a toe in the self-striping, but I wasn't going to have enough to do both toes. So went into our stash. Kevin actually used a little bit of this the other day.
I didn't use that one.
Oh, no?
No, I used the other one.
Oh. So I added... I think it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks really good.
Yeah. This
is Trilogy Yarns in her Little Nugget.
Is the
colorway. And that's her plush base. It's merino cashmere nylon, 80-10-10. And I thought the colors kind of picked up on a few of the colors that are in here.
It's a good choice.
Yeah. And it's, usually do a solid, but I think it'll be cool with a speckle there and then a speckle on the heel.
Yeah.
I think it'll add a little something.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. So I will knit the second sock the same exact way, obviously.
Yeah, I would hope so.
I know. And when I got to my toe, though, I do that magic loop, and I decrease every other round until I got to 16 stitches, and then I grafted them together.
Fun.
So that's it. But aren't these fun?
Yeah.
I love them. Thanks. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen.
So.
That is it.
And now we'll talk some yarn dyeing.
Oh, great.
So
if you're only here for the actual knitting, bye, love you, smooches.
All right.
But stay around for this. This is amazing. Kevin, you did a great job.
So,
look how great these are.
I really wanted to try my hand at doing tonals or semi-solids or whatever. So, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos on dyeing. So I watched Chemnitz, Essence of Autumn, A Girl in Her Wool. So really any, like I said, fiber for the people. So, and everybody has different ways of doing things. And depending on the dye that you're using too, I have found with speckling, different methods work better than others.
Right.
So it's this kind of same thing with tonals. They're very, very hard. Honest to God. Some people love using big pots. Some people like using
you found a really good strategy.
So I kind of found what works for me
Yeah.
This period. So here's some, and most of these, with the exception, I think, of most of these are on 100% superwash fingering 2-ply, I think. I have it written down. No, it's 4-ply.
Okay.
So this is an orange that I did.
It is so freaking good.
It is. So I had done an orange a couple months ago that I called like carrot juice. This is different. It's
It's like an orange brighter highlighter almost.
Yeah, it's almost like a safety orange.
Yeah, safety cone orange.
Right? Or like, remember it being like a hall monitor and you had your like...
Oh my God, can you name that hall monitor?
Maybe.
That's a great name. None of these have names, I don't think.
I don't think any of them have names. So this
hall
one
monitor
was
is perfect.
Actually mixing an orange and a yellow dye together to just kind of see what happened. So this one...
Hall monitor.
I love.
We're going to call this hall monitor.
Okay. And then this green... I used a green dye that's really, really vibrant and just wanted to tone it down and see what happened. So this one I might call Shamrock Shooter because it reminds me of a shot, like a St. Patrick's Day kind of shot.
With like the cream in it?
Yeah, it has that green to it.
Yeah.
So that one...
Or I was thinking also like mint foam.
I don't know. So I almost thought it was leaning like a pistachio too.
Oh.
But it's...
You had that
used... But it's greener to me. It reminds me more of that shamrocky green.
Yeah. It's really pretty.
So this one, I had mixed a blue and a purple, so it's very periwinkle-y like.
It's very Eastery.
I like this one a lot.
I love this one.
I might dye up more and knit something with it, or just keep one of the skeins, because I think
that'll be a really pretty sweater.
Color.
Yeah.
Because it's blue, but it has... I feel like sometimes you can see the purple, but sometimes it looks gray. Mm-hmm. Or like a light gray, so I really like this one.
I think it's also like depends on what you hold it next to and like how the colors kind of these are beautiful together.
This one, I don't remember what I had mixed. I'm trying to think where. I feel like there's a color.
Well, that looks like brown and gray.
Oh, okay. I know what happened. All right, so I'm going to show this one first.
Okay.
So this one, I was inspired by Aaron's from Fiber Hustle, his video where he talked about dyeing yarn with Carrie from the Creative Obsession. Mm-hmm. And I think he was going, I forget, like a rust color. So I was like, I kind of wanted to see if I could create something that was similar to this. I failed miserably at that. But this color, I had mixed a red, a yellow, and black together to get. So it's like this orangey brown. You definitely see the variation in color. There's some more like... Mm-hmm. shiny bits and duller bits, I would say. But we're going to hang on to this for a minute because we have a color story to talk about. But I had some black left over from this. So I got some brown yarn, or dye rather, and I mixed the remaining black with it. And I got this color, which I love.
I love it too.
It's It's not gray. It's
it
is, but it's not. It's brown. It's
like the grayish brown almost.
Yeah, it's really, really pretty. I
weird.
don't know that this is probably doing it. I think this makes it lean more gray, and I'm having a hard time taking pictures of this one.
Yeah.
And actually this one came up.
Well, this is pretty true. It's showing up pretty true to color on our end.
But these two are kind of hard, so I'll take them outside and take pictures.
That's a good idea.
All right.
I wonder if you can see a little bit of the brownish.
I really, really like that color.
Me too.
And then this one, I mixed some gray and blue together. So this is on DK, actually. Mm-hmm. So this I like. I might call this one Silver Bullet.
Yeah.
Or
Silver Hearts.
No, maybe I'll name it after one. I was thinking Silver Bullet Casing because it made me think of Teen Wolf and the Argent's casings. This one is special. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good or bad special. I don't know what this is. Because the way that this yarn took dye, there's a lot of variation in it. Like I don't know. Like it's very light here. There's some other bits of like orange.
What did you use to dye with it?
So I added black to this too because when I made the dye that I picked, I thought was going to be a green, but it lent itself kind of brown. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't what I was expecting it to be. So I added black into it to
darken it up a little bit.
Darken it up. So it's this green, but there are bits of brown and bits of orange in it. It's just kind of the way that
I think it's neat. I would love to see it knit up, like a swatch or something with that.
And DK, because there's so much more yarn when you're dyeing it. For me, the way that I was doing it, I think there wasn't as much space in the pan or pot.
Yeah.
So some of the yarn, I think the dye just kind of settled in places. I do like it. I want to take pictures of this and skein up more just to see how they are together. I did think about using it.
How many skeins do you have of that?
8.
Okay.
Or 10. Okay. 10 of this. Some of these I have between 5 and 10 of. This one's a one of a kind. I dyed it with some gray, and I thought it needed something else, so I used some of this color and over dyed it. So you have this like greeny blue with this gray blue. So it's really, really pretty.
It is pretty. It adds an extra layer of what you just showed.
And you have a little bit, some lighter bits there. So this one's really pretty. So now we're going to talk about our color story. So I showed you this one, and then I dyed this one, and I loved the two of them together.
Yeah, me too.
So I thought that they would be really pretty together. So I was like, let's try dyeing something with both of them. So
with both of those colors.
Both of these colors. Yeah. So then I dyed this, which is the two colors.
It's so pretty.
But then I felt like it needed something, so I added some speckles, very few, with a different orange, a brighter orange, and then with a this one I don't know if there's a lot. So this has some of a brighter orange, and then actually some of a darker green.
Yes.
So this has a lot of variations. You have some dark colors, some almost bare spots, but really light spots. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, and I still had some dye left over. So then what I did is the leftover dye I just had put in a pan, and then I added some yarn and just kind of let it soak it up however it wanted to. So then we have this, which is different, just slightly different than these. So I like these quite a bit. It took the color differently, and this has like that right there.
I just think it's so cool.
I wish I want to try to get that in this, but that color's I love, and I really like the.
Me too.
I don't know. I thought that these were
are gorgeous. Like this is fun together. Oh, they're all fun together.
Yeah. Oh, and then this one, I had some like leftover. Probably of the green.
Oh my god, this is so soft, Kev.
And This is a good base.
4-ply?
This is the 100% 4-ply. A lot of this is. Wow. No, that's a lie.
This looks 2-ply. No, I don't know.
No, this is that's 100%. That's 100% 4-ply. These are on 75-25. These here.
Oh,
that's all. So that was my color story. So all of these are the same, using the same 2 colors for these.
That's so cool.
All right, so that is the yarn dyeing
section.
So
hopefully, keep an eye. We're probably not going to do a huge shop update.
No,
we'll just add things as they go. So we usually don't post that if we're just going to sprinkle in some of the skeins. So definitely, favorite the shop so that you get notified when things go up there.
All right, now let's talk about some coupon codes that we have.
Okay.
So we have, where's my show notes? There we go. So coupon codes, we have Naughty Knitting Sacks. The code is PricklePants15 for 15% off your order. Then we have Trilogy Yarns, which the code is NATR15 for 15% off anything excluding clubs and kits. Then we have Knit Swag, which is Kevin and Ray for 15% off your order. I want to speak of this mug for a moment because this is one of my favorite mugs.
Speak of
I use my Knit Swag mugs all the time.
Me too.
But what I've noticed is how well the image is staying on and it's not fading. I have a mug that we purchased from a store. It's a Harry Potter mug. Mm-hmm. I think you may have gotten it for me for Christmas. And it's fading quite a bit. So
we put these right through the dishwasher.
Yeah,
there's nothing special that we do with these.
Again, and she has so many designs.
Yes.
We love our Knit Swag mugs. So
yeah, there's literally like no. Look how bright and
I know they don't dull at all.
No.
And then Lila Styles.
Oh yes.
Which is Love NATR 10 for 10% off your order, and then Always Queenie Believe.
Oh yeah.
I'm her glad code you brought is this 9 up. I always forget. For 20% off. I actually brought this up. So this is her bits and bobs.
Yeah.
And she just put some new ones in her shop. So I figured I'd bring this one up. So this one has a zipper pouch here. This is a magnet snap. Mm-hmm. Zipper pouch in the back. Then on the inside, it comes with.
I don't know if it comes.
Yeah,
with
it shows in her pictures.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go to her Etsy.
So sometimes.
And even on her Instagram. Go to her Instagram.
Okay.
So it has like a really fun fabric here, a ruler, some mesh, tape measure, stitch markers, erasable highlighter, scissors, and I think one needle. I may have added this one, and it has little safety clips. I have this by me all the time. Between this one and my Acreworks one.
Bits and bobs.
Right, so click on one of the listings.
I like that they're.
So yeah, I have this in my Acreworks one or the other by me at all times because then I always have everything that I need to finish off a project and switch yarns.
Accessories included.
See?
Wow. Embroidery snips, tape measure, progress keepers, tapestry needles, safety pins, erasable highlighter, one needle threader.
Yeah, they're really well made.
They're really well made.
She sells bags. We've showed her bags before. Yeah. So check that one out.
This one's got like leather.
And then our last code is oh no, we have this one too.
No, I think that's just for us. We have to get clarification.
Okay. So it's Katie Did Bags, which is Kevin and Ray 10 for 10% off your order.
Yay.
So take advantage of those. And again, thank you to all the makers who provide those codes.
Oh my God,
that's
it's been
really
amazing.
Awesome of you guys.
Yes.
And then I think our not last, but now we have some owl posts that we got.
We do.
This was unexpected. We didn't
totally
know this was
unexpected.
Coming, and this is really freaking cool.
Uh-huh.
So we've shown this maker stuff before. Right, so this is from Creations Mad, we've shown off bags before, right?
Yes, this is Marianne.
So this was some special bags made for us, which is super cute.
Ready?
Look.
Oh my God.
Did we ever check what episode this is from? Your Ranger's done.
My Ranger is there.
When did you finish your Ranger?
I don't know. I look a lot thinner and younger.
I'm wearing glasses. My old glasses that broke. They broke in July, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe almost, I would say close to maybe a year.
Maybe. But right? It's on the it's on this pocket.
Yeah. Oh, see, mine's a pouch.
So this is a snap. Right. So they're a little bit different. Yeah. I don't know if she sells if this is what she sells. If she has like a, bag. So like the handles on this one is larger. This is more like a shopping, like you can put around over your shoulder. Yeah. This one, has the two handles here. Beautiful. Like this is really cute.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Yeah, it's like a locket, the way that this is attached to the zipper there.
Yeah.
Which is so cute. And then there's, of course, a nice progress keeper attached to it. This has a pocket on the back as well. Little flip pocket. It's canvas on the inside. No, I don't know what that's called.
Mine's flames.
Yeah. And there's a pocket there as well. This is like the Starry Night almost. It reminds me of a little bit. Colors are a little bit different,
I would totally that immediately.
It's gorgeous.
Reminds me of Starry Night. Yeah.
So how fun,
right? So thank
you
very much.
So much. That was really, really, really cute. She was just playing around with some stuff. It did not make us.
I'm gonna see.
Go, oh my god! This is so cool.
Let's see if we can figure out what.
I bet my mom wants one. Mom.
I'm gonna figure out what episode that's from.
Okay.
Let's see.
So we'll have Creations Mad listed down below as well in our show notes. So please go check them out. So we have a bag just like this, I think, with this fabric. I'm pretty sure it was from the same...
Episode 47.
Oh, so that wasn't too long ago.
6 months ago. Oh. Is it? I didn't break... Oh, I guess I broke my glasses. I didn't break my glasses in July. I broke them this year. There.
You still have your glasses there.
I know. No, but these are my old glasses. Yeah. So I thought it was... I thought I broke my glasses in July. Oh. That's a lie. Okay, cool. So, yes, anyway, thank you very much for sending that. It's always so awesome to get fun stuff.
It's so creative.
I know.
Like, this is the best fabric ever. No, I'm just kidding.
And I think that's all like that content. Now we just have what we've been reading and watching, right?
Yes. Hey, shorter episode today.
Let's talk about what we've watched, guys. I know we're really late to the party.
Yes.
But we binge watched both seasons of Ted Lasso. It's so damn good. I
laugh. I cry. It makes me feel so good in my heart.
I didn't expect it.
No.
I didn't expect how good that show is. It's on Apple TV Plus. If you don't have Apple TV Plus, just get it for the show and cancel it after you're done. It's so good that I've started watching it a second time.
Yes, which you never do.
Not like that, no. And I'm not... It's interesting. I don't like television show-wise. I'm not normally a comedy person.
Mm-hmm. But especially if it's not like if it's in a half an hour.
Yeah, show. And this one's like a dramedy, though, because it does get you in the feels. It is a more comedic or comedy like than drama.
Just when you think you're going to break down and like cry because your heart can't take anymore.
Oh,
there's like a joke mixed in, and then you laugh, and then your eyes water up even more.
So if you don't know what Ted Lasso is, so the main character is a football coach,
American
football coach who gets hired to coach a football team in England,
which is like soccer.
So that's soccer. He has no idea what he's doing. It's hysterical. The cast is fantastic.
Jamie. Oh no, sorry guys. I'm so sorry.
One of the characters is the nun lady from Game of Thrones who does shame to Cersei. Yeah. She's fantastic.
She's wonderful. And she's a beautiful singing voice.
The whole show is just so good. I can't say it enough. I loved every minute of watching that show.
We laughed out loud. Right? Laughed out. And I can hear Kevin smiling across the room.
And I'm watching it immediately again. And I'm laughing again at the same stuff that I've just watched. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. It's funny because we were trying to figure out like what do you want to watch, and we were gonna watch that or
Euphoria. We watched a trailer for both, and we went with Ted Lasso.
And we just decided on Ted Lasso, just on a whim.
I can't even tell you. Like,
good.
Just do it. Just do
top show in decades.
There's not a bad character on the show.
No.
They're
even the ones that you are supposed to hate, you love.
There are characters that you start off loving and you end up hating, and characters you start hating that you end up loving.
I know.
And then there's some that you just do both the entire time.
Yeah. But the season 2, I have some disappointment there.
I can't.
With the character. Yeah.
Okay. So then we've started watching The Witcher season 2 because we're behind on that. So we've got 2 episodes in, I believe.
I think it was 2.
I just saw that they did some casting for season 3 of that.
Oh yeah.
And the dude from Tomorrow People, do you remember Stephen Amell's cousin Robbie?
Yeah.
He's just been cast in season 3 of The Witcher.
Really?
Yeah. And I think that's all that we've really been watching, because we just binged Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
A lot.
And
then our podcast.
we got through two seasons.
2 seasons of Ted Lasso, and they range between like 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And 2 episodes of The Witcher. And I think that's about it.
Yeah,
for
I think
watching.
that's it too. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we've been doing some podcasts as well.
Yeah, our typical ones. Who we said, we always list some 5 down below, and we rotate them of ones that we watch.
Right.
And then what about reading then?
Freaking earbug now.
Oh, I sing it all the time. It doesn't bother me.
No?
No, I don't know why.
Huh.
Why do I have that? Oh, I bought that. It was free. Okay.
Then you didn't buy it.
Well, it was purchased for free temporarily. Like it's going to be, there's going to be a cost to it, but I got it offered for free. So I finished. Was I reading Heteroflexible?
Yes.
Heteroflexible. All right, guys. So we'll steam up your screens again. I finished reading Heteroflexible by Daryl Banner. This is in his Spruce, Texas male romance novels. So this was book 3. And then I moved on to Wrangled, also by... Oh.
Hello.
You okay, bud?
Yeah, he's stretching. Shake it off.
Oh, I know.
Oh, so dramatic.
So pathetic. All right, so then I read Wrangled. So the thing with this book was written different than the other books in the series. In the other books in the series, you have 2, we'll say, main characters, and you get a chapter from each of them. Maybe not one chapter, like from character 1, next chapter, character 2, but you typically got you got the other character's perspective on how this like budding relationship was going and their interactions. In that book, the character, you only got it from their point of view, and he had left town 10 years prior. He was coming back to town for his 10-year reunion. He was living in LA like a fashion designer, and when he went to high school there, he was bullied, or he felt that he was bullied by an individual. But then, like, as you're reading it, he's like, wait, did I actually like this interaction? Did I actually like this person? And blah, blah, blah. So the story goes on, but you only got his point of view, so I'm not sure that I liked it. Mm-hmm. Like, that part of it. I do like getting the second person's point of view to it as to how they're feeling and what they're thinking. So it threw me off a little bit because I was waiting for it to happen and it never did. And I've kind of put that series on hold. And then I moved on to a book by Dean Koontz. It's called Quicksilver. So this I got because it's from Kindle Unlimited. It's free, and you can listen to it on Audible at the same time for free.
That's cool.
So the main character's name is Quinn Quicksilver. At 3 days old, he's found in the middle of the road in his bassinet, and he is handed over to an orphanage.
Uh-huh.
We catch up with Quinn when he's 19, and Quinn has this thing that he calls just, I think, magnetism to start. And it's just a feeling to go places or do things. And he just started getting this at this age. And it leads him on this adventure with some other people where they're being pursued. So they're always kind of like looking in their rearview mirror, waiting to see what's going to happen. But at the same time, moving forward on a quest. And you kind of don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
So I'm almost towards the end of it. I don't know if I like it or not. It's different. Like there's different dimensions, and
like demonic dimensions.
No, like a different. Oh. So there's bad guys in it.
Yeah.
But you find out that the bad guys are from another Earth. Oh. That they've destroyed.
Oh.
Because society was so corrupt and wanted so much power that they were started innocent as an innocent people and grew to these monsters and destroyed their world. And a lot of it is kind of mirroring what happens here, and like we have the potential to do the same thing. So there needs to be people in the world who are like protectors or guardians who prevent that from happening. So you don't know, and you kind of learn about him and some of the characters who have these special abilities, this psychic magnetism and some other things. And it's interesting how they find out that they're a little bit different. So I'm interested to finish and then see if there's going to be another book that maybe explains some of their heritage a little bit more. So I like it, but I'm unsure of it.
Sure.
So we'll see where it goes.
Okay. It sounds like an interesting concept.
It is. And I like that if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's free.
Yeah.
It's free on Audible, so you can listen to it.
Do you have to pay for Kindle Unlimited? I don't think I have Kindle Unlimited.
Kindle Unlimited, I think, is maybe $10 a month, if that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, somewhere around there. But then there are a ton of books offered for free with Kindle Unlimited. And that's actually one of the reasons why I read a lot of the male romance novels. They're all free. I don't pay anything for them.
And they're quick reads.
So
I need to do some quick reading.
So it's nice to just kind of power through them. But then you have a book like this by a really well-known, respected author, Dean Koontz, and it's free.
Sure.
And you can have 10 books checked out at a time.
Really?
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Cool.
So that's what I've been reading.
Beautiful.
And you?
And I finished 2 things.
Good
as
for
slow
you.
as I am. I finished reading Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I talked about this last episode. I thought it was a very entertaining book. I don't know if I would read the series. No. I think the concept of magic is a different, like where it comes from is a little bit different. There's like demons in there for sure. That's where, and right. I think I was talking about this. That's where these magicians or sorcerers end up getting their power from. Is they have to make a pact with a demon. Yeah, it was good. You know, I think I just don't want to read. I don't want to read any more of it.
That was like, remember I read a book a couple weeks ago, something like Embers, and it was kind of like a Hunger Games-y type of thing. And I like the book, but I don't know that I want to go on with a series. Yeah.
Yeah, it was about, the library, like these books have the tomes, like the ancient books with, like, of magic and spell books and things. They all have, like, personalities and they sigh or breathe or, make pacts and bonds with people. They do play a large role in like saving the world. Yeah, but it was interesting concept. But I did been there, done that. I think I was. Okay. Yeah, that's all. There's definitely, it ended like the last sentence literally was like, and now something new happens, and here we go. We're definitely getting into a second book, but it wasn't enough
to make you want to
make me want to read that. The next one, however, I cannot say enough about, and this was I listened to this book. This is The Wizard's Butler, and I'm really, really hoping that. Oh no, where's my library? I'm really, really hoping.
It's gonna play it.
Oh yeah, you're right. That they come up with a second one, which I think that they might. Title details?
I think so. Yeah.
This is enough. So this is The Wizard's Butler. There. It's by Nathan Lowell, and it's read by Tom Taylorson. Tom Taylorson, I had to look him up because I think he really made that book for me. I don't know if I would have enjoyed it. I'm sure I would have enjoyed it reading it on like Kindle or something. But I think he absolutely made this book so enjoyable. He sucked me right in. His voices were great. He's done some work with like video games and other things, like other voice acting. It was so good, guys. Like, I cannot recommend it enough. I love the story. I want to live in that world. It's like, it's the normal, the real world. There's nothing fantastical except for there are wizards, and but it's different. It's not like what you would think. So so good. I like gasped out loud when I was listening. I laughed. I didn't feel like I needed to cry though. It's a feel good book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a great book to cozy up with, knit, listen to. Like I said again, Tom Taylorson. Kudos.
Ooh, excuse me. I'm
Great
tired today.
Yeah, I am too. We didn't sleep very well.
No, I haven't been sleeping well at all for the past week.
So I finished listening to that. I'm trying to find something new to listen to. I'm very big on like it's got to be a good narrator for me. Like sometimes I can't get past the narrator and look at like the content. The narrator makes or breaks it for me. So I was listening to some samples and the person didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
And I am reading The Vine Witch by somebody I can't remember.
Luanne.
Yep.
Right.
Luanne somebody.
Yeah. Luanne.
Yep.
It's not Race. Is it?
Luanne Smith. Luanne G. Smith. The Vine Witch. Kevin actually read it, and I didn't even know. I forgot that he read it, and I told him, I started this new book, and he said, oh yeah, I read it. It's great. It's definitely different than I thought it was going to be. So this world basically is our world, like the real world, but
it's in the past.
It is in the past, right when automobiles first became a thing. So like late 18th century, probably beginning of 19th century, or 19th, 20th century.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So there are definitely like people are aware of witches and different types of witches, and it's like spellbook magic type of things, but it's so good. I really thought that I don't want to give too much away. I thought it was going to go a different direction, but there's a bad witch that I'm at the end. I think I'm right at the end. So it feels like a final like battle. It's really good. I think it's really well written.
Yeah.
The plot moves very quickly. There's not a lot of dull story building. Mm-hmm. It just kind of happens, and it's pretty action packed.
I enjoyed it.
I'm really enjoying it a lot. Problem is this week has been so hard that I fall asleep so quick.
That's
My
right.
body is just and mind is just done. But I'm really happy with it. It's really good.
Yeah,
almost done. Mm-hmm. And then I think it's a series.
It is. It's a trilogy. I haven't read the third book because when I finished the second book, the third book wasn't out yet.
Okay. Is it the same characters?
Yes, but it is. Each book has a different main character. One of the.
Oh.
So you've met all of the characters by now. Who the other two?
Mm-hmm.
So it will be. So when she went to that place with the other two, like, I'll say witches, each one of the books is one of them.
Oh, that's fun.
From their point of view.
Okay.
Not from their point of view, but the events take place after this book. But
From their perspective?
No, the events take place after the book that you're in. So it's what happens after this book, but to them. And the other ones come back too.
What happened? Oh, I'm curious then.
Yeah.
Oh, you got me intrigued.
Yeah, no, it's... I actually really enjoyed the second book too. I wasn't sure if I was going to because that character I didn't know that I liked in the first book. But I did enjoy the second book quite a bit.
Okay. Cool.
All right, and that's it.
That's our content. I think we are getting our hairs cut like we said. We also need to start doing some yard work. It's yard work season.
Yeah, Tarquin has a grooming appointment in 40 minutes that we have to make, and then we have our haircut later. We do the yard work. We're going to make some lasagna. Well, I'm going to make sauce tonight, lasagna tomorrow.
I'm starving.
Have to go to the grocery store. I know we have nothing.
What's going to be our treat food today?
I don't know. Something from the grocery store. And then, so we will be again at Connecticut Sheep and Wool in 2 weeks. So if you're there, say hi. And
we also have some things happening in the future around October time
that there's an event that happens in October in New York that we may participate in. Mm-hmm. Yes.
We're in talks.
We're in talks for that, and we're just trying to figure some things out. So hopefully more on that to come in the future. And I think that's everything, y'all.
I think so too. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for liking and subscribing if you've done that. It's usually your spiel.
That's fine. You do it. I'm tired today. You can take over.
I'm tired too.
Thank you, and comment.
Yeah, I think we gave you a lot of things to say.
Yeah, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we will catch you all in 2 weeks. So have a good fortnight.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.